Hi, this is the second half of the Ante Bellum Ottoman run. If you haven't watched the first half, then I recommend you go ahead and do that, although it's not necessary. It should be everywhere. There'll be a card in the top right corner. It's probably like in the pinned comment and the description and pretty much everywhere. Because I asked you guys for 2,000 likes on that and it happened in like 3 days. So, while this is a little bit late coming, here it is, finally. To give a brief recap, we are the Osman and Sons Trading Company turned into a merchant republic known as the Ottomans. We get all of the Ottoman regular abilities, but also the Merchant Republic abilities. And our whole thing is making money. Rather than expanding a whole lot, which, well, we've kind of done already, our main objective is to make as much trade money as we possibly can. We're doing alright so far with the most income in the game, but I still think we could definitely do better. We just finished taking Greece from Venice, a longtime ally that we had to betray, and soon enough we're also going to have to betray the Janissaries, which are basically, this mod stand-in for Egypt. Because of course we're going to need all of Anatolia. Would you look at that, Suleiman the Magnificent. He's a 545. It looks like our current vizier is maybe just a tiny bit more magnificent, I have to say. Although I do have sortition, which does increase all skills of the elected ruler by 1, so there's a chance they actually could be better. And if I'm wrong about this, it's fine. I mean, this guy is 69, nice, but also it means he's not going to live that much longer, so yeah, 546, it is a little bit worse. I thought sortition might apply, but I was wrong, so oh well. Perfect, I've been waiting for the Seljuks to lose their war with this guy, so hopefully I can just clean up the rest of them. These guys want my help with Sfax in Sicily. Wait, that's it? You guys are fine. You don't need my help with that. Alright, fine, sure. I can, I don't know, blockade them, that's fine. The Janissaries have decided that they want some part of this land as well. Unfortunately, it's part of Anatolia, which I'm going to need. And this game just really wants me to eventually betray all of my allies, so that's cool. We can also take the next tech, which is, what the hell is that? That's a lot of buildings. Right, and these are, they require full sets of ideas and then I build them. That's kind of weird. I guess it's not that weird. It's like you can build a great project anywhere. That's, I think that's kind of the point. Okay, well, I have none of these, so guess I'm not building this anytime soon. Might get that trade one, though. As for the next idea group, we'll go with trade. Now, for the Seljuks, we can really only take this much. I'm gonna take this, of course, because that is a coal province. This, well, just for the borders, pretty much. I also want to connect up with this guy, who I can invade for more trading Crimea. Take the rest of the node itself, and that's pretty much good. Finally, we can become an empire rank, which does give us a cultural union, but it's not a very good one. See, the main problem with us is that our culture is, kind of far away from the rest of them. Alright, well, I kind of want to leave this war now. I have land to be seizing, so, I'll take some money. Sure, that's a lot of money, actually. Thanks. And then I'll just improve relations a little bit with the Janissaries. This will be the last age ability, and although it doesn't mean much, I guess I might as well pick something up. And while we're here, I don't actually know if I'm going to be playing this for very long, so I might as well pop the golden era. And Yuan's rivaled me. That's, pretty interesting. 150,000 men. They do have more dev than I do, and as it turns out, I was not the richest one in the game, but I think I can fix that pretty soon. We do make the most trade, that's for sure, and the most production, but I am a little bit lacking on that taxation. Well, I do have that extra slot. I might as well rival somebody, and I'm thinking that might actually be the Janissaries. Other than taking these islands, I'm going to need to unite Anatolia, so it's probably a good idea. Hey, you know what would be really cool here? I think it would be pretty neat to give Seljuk Janissaries to the Ottomans as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, the whole idea being the Janissaries, and we have Janissaries, so I think that would be pretty neat. I actually just talked with Parm, and he said he'll add it in, so that's cool. It would be nice to have right now, but I don't need it. I'm in kind of a weird position right now, where I feel like very strong, but also not that strong. Like, strong enough to beat the Janissaries, probably, but strong enough to invade the HRE? I mean, it's a possibility, for sure. And also, there's like a weird split between having mercenaries, but also having Janissaries, but also not wanting to hire mercenary artillery or anything. So this mission wants me to have more professionalism and also more mercenaries, but I think the Janissaries are kind of important as well. It's all kind of confusing. Mercenaries definitely do fight better, so I guess I am supposed to use them. Then the Janissaries also receive 10% less damage and deal 15% more. They're also less maintenance as opposed to mercenaries costing more maintenance. Either way, I'm sure we can agree I should probably have a little bit more artillery. And for the first time in a very long time, I actually am going to go with a professional army. I don't usually like to do this because it just costs a little bit more, but also the Janissaries kind of pay for themselves with less maintenance modifiers, so it's fine. Besides, We're kind of filthy rich. Aristocrats reject the Republic. What do you mean aristocrats? We've been a republic for like 80 years or something. Alright, fine. Support independence from Francia. I don't even want to know. Junior partner of England. Yeah, that's cursed. Although I would kind of like to see the dual monarchy. That would be cool. Yeah, none of my business. Anyway, we are ready to fight these guys. They're allied with the Sassanids though. Well, they shouldn't be too bad. That extra artillery's doing a great job of ending this war sooner. Also helped out by the fact that the Janissaries are a little bit distracted, and the Sassanids are not proving to be much of an issue. I don't know how strong my troops are, but I think these Janissaries are kind of like these ones, so they should be taking like 25% less damage or something, and dealing like roughly 17% more. Oh, they're attacking me. Hold on a second. Might have started carpet sieging a little bit too fast there. While that war's going on, I can also go ahead and dump a few extra points into creating trading posts. And I'm going to spam out a little bit of professionalism. Now from the Sassanids, I'll be taking war reps, breaking those alliances, and full money. Thank you very much. You know, I think I just realized one of the downsides of using Janissaries. That might be the reinforced cost. I don't know how I failed to notice that, but like, yeah, that's really bad. That's 100% reinforced cost. I have a lot of money, but like, not that much money. Yeah, that's probably where all my money's going. After we win this battle, we should be able to finish that siege and end this war off, hopefully. We do seem to be taking more casualties in like every single battle. A little bit concerning because, you know, taking less damage and all that, but what can you do really? Okay, so that's pretty much GG. I'm gonna hire another mercenary stack because I just need more mercenaries apparently. We need at least 17. Well, I guess we could go with just like a full stack is fine. That finishes this off for cheaper mercenaries. I think I just have to fight a little bit longer to get that army tradition. Alright, that gave us 0.3. Still need a little bit more though. Alright, that'll just about do it. Better Janissaries and a little bit more professionalism. So we definitely learned a lot from that. Janissaries are very expensive. Probably shouldn't have nearly as many. I'm pretty sure mercenaries are actually cheaper in the long run. Having a few is probably fine, but we definitely had too many. Well, we don't really have the time to be upset over all this. We need to reclaim these islands real quick. I think I'll also take this one in the war, even though it might be a little bit more expensive. It's probably fine. And I'll just use the mercenaries for this war if I can. Well, I wanted to avoid using the rest of the army, but it doesn't look like they've given me much of a choice. That is a pretty large navy. I should probably try to fix that. Well, they might have just set up one of the best stack wipe opportunities I've seen in a while. This is going to be disgusting. Well, this ended up being a slightly larger mess than anticipated. We're still taking fewer casualties, which is more than I could say for the last war. But maybe it was a little bit dumb of me to try and siege roads without, like, literally any artillery. That was a bad idea. All things considered, it could be a lot worse. Now, the problem here is that I don't actually have a very strong navy. At least not compared to, you know, the entire other alliance. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to peace out here unless I can get some sort of landing in Sicily. I can at least start by annexing the Knights. Well, you know what? I probably could just like walk over there. That's fine. You know, they really should stop handing me these free stack wipes. Kind of embarrassing, actually. If I can get Sicily to leave this war, we might be able to pull something off with Venice. 17% works for me. I'll break that alliance and take some money. Doesn't seem like the blockade's quite enough for Savoy though. Quickly, while Venice is distracted, we can send these guys over to the island. Beautiful. I'm just gonna make sure they don't try to disappear or anything, just to secure that stack wipe. And who knows, we might be able to actually win this. Never mind, they have a much larger engagement with. After almost a whole year, there goes Venice. After fighting this godforsaken war for like 6 years, we can finally be done. I'll take war reps, these provinces here, a little bit of money. I don't know if I cared about these alliances. Nah, not really. Now that we've secured the Aegean, and we've finished our naval build-up, we get some permanent claims on Sicily. And Sicily isn't our rival because I don't think they're strong enough to be. Yeah, definitely not. So we can't get the spy network, but that's fine. Now, as for seizing Cyprus, I don't think we're really gonna have to do that because they have been friendly with us, so if I give them some money, they might be our friend. I think I forgot to mention which one of these I took. The Tier 8 mercantilistic approach is really good for us because when I take debt, I'm not gonna lose any mercantilism, and seeing as it's not very high interest, I could probably use that debt to make more money than the interest is worth. So we can just take out debt, then make money, and then take out more debt and make more money. This is starting to sound a little bit familiar. I'm sure absolutely nothing bad can come from this. Actually, this is even better. 0% interest loans. What do you know? And now that we've finished off trade ideas, I can get another merchant and a little bit more trade power. And now the Osman Corporation is starting to look very profitable indeed. Now we can vassalize Cyprus, which will allow us to finish this mission off here. And then of course this mission over here. We're going to need at least 75 naval tradition, which is a little bit ridiculous because naval tradition's not as easy to come by as army tradition. You need to have a lot of ship steering trade, or, well, maritime ideas. I really don't want to take maritime ideas. Well, let's not worry about that right now. We have other things to do anyway, like cleaning up the Seljuks. Also, is that Turkestan? Where did these guys come from? They have the Shaparids as a vassal? That seems kind of weird. Wait, what? Tiny Turkestan, big Shaparids, 0% liberty desire. Okay. Well, they don't seem that bad. The last Seljuks are gone, crab dance, which leaves us with one province we need to unite Anatolia, and of course that's going to be the one province my ally has. That's cool. I'm not going to break that alliance just yet, because I know the Janissaries are going to invade them if I do, and I don't feel like doing that. What I should do instead is probably invade the HRE. Seems relatively easy. I don't know if I can dismantle it right now, but I can at least fight them for the Balkans. I need like 5 more provinces, and yeah, I mean, it's not much, but it's something to do. Sieging down Croatia hasn't been much of an issue, and I'm thinking we could probably win this. I'm just gonna bring more men over. We do have better discipline and morale, plus our mercenary discipline should be worth something, and that's a stack wipe. Dear God. Embarrassing, honestly. Here's another big battle, but I don't think we can stack wipe this one. And that's another stack wipe. Oh, they just keep handing them out for free. What is it, my birthday? Just kidding, that's on May 5th. Oh yeah, printing press. Kind of forgot about that. We're not getting that very quickly, so I'll probably just dev that. Alright, I think I'll call this war here. Easiest war of my life. Styria still won't leave because they're the emperor, but that's fine. I can't really take that much from Croatia anyway, otherwise I'll just, you know, die. And I only need like 5 provinces anyway, so I'll just move on with my life. If I had 3 subjects in the Balkan region, then I would get 50% vassal force limit contribution, but that doesn't seem very useful. And also permaclaims on the Balkans, so that's cool. Oh yeah, this merc stack really doesn't have much left in it. I guess I should probably replace that. I'm sorry, what? Congo wants our knowledge of the Maghreb. Sure, that's fine. The truce with the Janissaries is finally up. Once again, they're at war with Ethiopia, so I couldn't ask for a better time. And people are entering coalitions. Fantastic. I can't imagine what kind of coalition you're gonna find here, though. It's like, what, 4 people? Oh yeah, that institution. I think I'm gonna dev that in here. It's pretty cheap. I can also expand infrastructure to make that cheaper. It's about minus 99.5. Not bad. Oh yeah, I guess at this point I could probably dissolve the alliance with the Janissaries. We're not gonna be needing that. Oof, there goes the flagship. Wish I could have taken that myself, but oh well. Speaking of which, I should probably build one of those. Trade power, blockade, chance of skill gain. Believe it or not, this is the first actual battle of the war. Everything else so far has just been a bunch of naval battles and sieges. Kind of boring, not gonna lie. Oh, is that gonna be a stack wipe? Really? Oh, that's kind of gross. That's kind of nasty. And that's probably GG. I'll take all this stuff over here to block them off from expanding into Iraq. I'll also take Malta, this little part down here, because I think I need that. Yeah, at some point I do. Alright, looks good. So does this mission do what I think it does? Because it says it upgrades all owned centers of trade in the Mashriq region. Now, I don't own these 2, it would be nice to have them, but I'm just a little bit curious to see if this actually works the way I think it does. You're joking. Really? Is that really 3 level 3 centers of trade? I mean, okay. For free? That's 3,000 ducats I just saved. Works for me. I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but also, if you're this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, I think that would be a good idea. We're very close to 50,000 subs, at which point I'll be doing the Roman Empire speed form, which will likely be my final speed form, and will entail quite a lot of suffering. A lot more than this run, at least. Truce with the Janissaries is up. I'm gonna use that to take the rest of the Mashriq region, and this little part up here. I just noticed they actually lost the 1 province we need from them, so that's kind of awkward. I'll have to take that from the Sassanids. And I'm gonna go ahead and pay off the rest of my loans. Not really because of an inflation problem, but more so because I can take out larger loans now. I can use that to build the Ministry of Commerce, which is kind of interesting. Decreases the cost of trade company investments. That's pretty cool. Might as well slap that down like right here or something. And I could also use a couple more courthouses. I'm starting to run out of space to actually state things with. Honestly, it's like not even that much, but you know, I can't really get more governing capacity right now. Well, that's GG for these guys. Couldn't take everything, but that's okay. This trade's like not that great anyway. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, let's declare war on the Sassanids, but, never mind. Persia it is. Persia doesn't seem that difficult. I'll just go siege the capital and we should be good to go. That was easy enough. Thank you. Now, we've united Anatolia, which does some stuff that's not, like, incredibly useful. We do get 5% discipline until Suleiman dies, but he's 65, so that's not really gonna be much longer. probably keep this for the next ruler, which is what I would say if we were going to be continuing, but at this point, I think we're kind of the strongest country in the world, like no contest kind of thing. We make 263 ducats per month, and that's actually decreased a little bit because of our overextension. We have the most morale. We don't have the most men though, that's true. Yuan and Andalusia do currently have more people, but I do have the highest manpower, almost the highest recovery rate. I just didn't take quantity, which Andalusia did, clearly. I have about 0.7% more manpower than usual, while Andalusia has 87.8% more. So that's cool. I mean, we mainly use mercenaries anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, mission tree review time. Is it good? Well, it's actually fairly decent, especially for a revolter tag that doesn't really even spawn naturally. A lot of work was put in for a country most players aren't going to end up even seeing on the map, so I appreciate that kind of effort. It's a very different way of playing the Ottomans for sure. I found myself developing quite a lot rather than expanding, and that's mainly because we are going to have a slight penalty with our governing capacity. Each province costs, I think it's like 25% more. Yeah, Merchant Republic kind of does that, so understandable, not a real problem. We make more than enough money to build like a disgusting number of courthouses, so it's not that big of an issue. So final verdict, capitalism out of 10, pretty decent. I think my only critique would be the Empire's headquarters mission. You have to spend like 7,500 ducats, and in the end you get like 10% local dev cost in Constantinople. I mean, okay. You get the extra Diplo skill for the one ruler, and that's decent, but a better permanent modifier would kind of be better, I think. Something global, probably. I like the idea of empowering your national traditions, that's pretty decent. And I think having the option to build the Suez Canal early is pretty unique, and I'm a big fan of that. It's kind of weird that you need to have 20,000 ducats, but it's only going to cost you 10,000 to actually start building, but I don't know. Maybe there's some hidden costs in there I'm not aware of. That's gonna be it from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. There will not be a part 3. I learned my lesson when I promised that last time and then found out there really wasn't enough to do for a part 3. But if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like anyway. That would be really appreciated. For now, this is Corbett signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. All patrons receive early access to videos, and a big thanks this month to Yeo, Gabriel McCoy, Ben Greenhagen, Quiet Guy, Torvald, Robert Caleno, Ambient Cyan, James Levy, Chewy Shoot, The Watcher, and Brova. With just $1, you can also get early access to videos, but if you're looking for anything else to watch right now, I'd recommend these videos up on screen.